So, good day, guys. I hope that everyone is well, and welcome to another lesson brought to you proudly by who? Dripanomics Tutorials, right? Manchester League, Bafetu. It's a Champions League final. And can you please make sure you share the link, subscribe to our YouTube channels and whatnot? You guys know the vibes, most. If you guys personally know of any first years, share the link to them privately so that they join, so that we can operate fast, quick, in a hurry. Ne? So this lesson, Vele, is based on a tutorial, right? Tutorial question, right? We already covered the work in our previous lessons. Who here has already watched our YouTube content? Give me a thumbs up. So you guys already anticipate the tutorial question, right? You've already seen the content. I know that the numbers, the viewership is somewhat high for some videos, so for that I appreciate you guys for watching the content, right? Please don't please make sure you don't leave this call, eh? We are clutch. I'm seeing people are joining, so I like it, guys. Please don't leave this call during the tutorial. Whatever we are covering is what we call essential. It's clutch, and this call won't be ended after 1 hour, ne? It's gonna be done in one sitting, ne? Unless if maybe after like an hour or so you want a break, but this call won't end, ne? Because after an hour we don't have that restriction of recording for an hour anymore, ne? Sesi elevated manje life in. You know, when they say God did, guys, this is what they're referring to. You know, things are looking up quick and fast in a hurry. To go, so yeah, manje spatala for my services. We don't do free things anymore. Dango is it jamatota. So everyone is fine, ne? You guys know what we covered in the previous lessons. You guys know how to define things, right? You guys know the definitions and application. Everyone is fine with that, right? Can I just get a thumbs up? Fine. Can someone just give me the definition of an asset fast? Definition of an asset, top of your head.
Present economic resource controlled by the entity as a result of past events.
And then what's an economic resource?
Side that has potential to, something. I don't know.
Oh, Sega feel already. You people are clapping hands, Mara. They're not celebrating your success. They are burying you. Now it's after tears now. So feel Poloko. So feel. One body, guys. We already have one body. One body. Who's gonna join him in the funeral preparations? We need to go to the funeral parlor. He said what something. Sega feel. He's dead.
Economic resource is something that has the right to produce potential economic benefits to the organization.
Oh, to the organization. Nice. Sega feel. Oh, he was a jolly good fellow. She was a jolly. People are clapping. I don't know if they're clapping for your death or what. These answers are not things we covered. Organization. She was a jolly good fellow. Another one. Lekokonolo. Are we burying you or are we celebrating you today? Lekokonolo, was that a mistake?
An economic resource is the right that has the potential to produce economic benefits.
Thank you so much. I was joking with you, Esther. You are not dead. You are just needing, to be, bzzzt. You know the thing when I see you vibes, you need to be stabilized. So people know the definition of an asset. Nancy, definition of an asset. Present economic resource controlled by the entity as a result of a past event. Ne? And then here, there was someone that gave us the definition of economic resource. So we should be fine. So basically, that's what we covered in a nutshell over the past lessons, guys. Conceptual framework theory. If you're still struggling, our content is there available where? YouTube, right? Which is YouTube, right? YouTube. Ne? Everyone's fine. We can start with the tutorial activity, ne? Give me a thumbs up. Who here attempted the activity? Let us see. Who here attempted the activity? Okay, good. So I'm gonna need you guys to communicate with me, ne? I'm going to need you guys to communicate with me. Right, so we are about to start. Let me just share my screen. Okay, my screen is already shared. But here is a tutorial question. 35 marks, you can see, conceptual framework. Gardens are, as PTY, hereafter Gardens is a company that offers grass cutting services as well as selling flowers to schools. So in a test or in exam, again guys, type in the group. Guys, please join. He is literally covering test 1. Izopuma le. Izopuma. I'm telling you, cheat codes here. Ne? Study method you must clock now. Otherwise, you are in for a long semester. Ne? They say that it's a company that offers what? Grass cutting services as well as selling flowers to schools, hospitals, and households across Johannesburg. So, what are they doing? What is their main source of income? I'm telling you, it is what? It is cutting grass, right? It's cutting grass because that's the service they offer. So you know that, né? That's the business they are in. Before you read transaction number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you come to required. I'm giving you exam template. For you to read transactions, you need to know what is required from you in the first place. You can't answer something but you don't know what you're answering. Or you can't read a transaction but you don't know what you have to do with the transaction. Are you following, guys? Ne? You can't do that. So you need to know what's required from you before you start answering. So here they tell you that by referring to conceptual framework for financial reporting, answer the following questions assuming that Gardens is the reporting entity for the month of January. So they're telling you that by referring to what you already know of conceptual framework, which we have already covered, answer the following assuming Gardens is reporting for the month January 2022. Identify and name. So identify and name what? The element in the financial statements represented by the 10 lawnmowers, the repair costs, ne? And the rent paid for February 2023. What do they say? Provide the definition of the element and apply the definition of the element to the scenario, right? So I told you, you can structure your answer in a tabular format as indicated in the table below. Did I not say in our previous video that this is how you should present your answers, guys? Did I not say that you must create a tabular format? I did, right? So you guys can see that I'm not crazy. Ne? I'm not crazy. I am not limeke. Me, I'm teacher. Right? So the things I say, they are real. They are going to come out in the test as I say it. Like this, because I've done this. I've seen this. Do you guys know Squid Games? When that Asian guy says, I've played these games before. This is Squid Games, guys, and this is your first time playing. I mean, I've played these games before. So when I talk, listen. Am I hearing? Are you guys hearing me, man? You know the guy. I've played this game before. You guys are what you call Thanos. What's up, dog? Hip hop, man. You guys are Thanos in the show. Me, I'm the guy that has played this thing. We are not the same. There's a reason one died and the other one survived. I'm sure Thanos died, ne? He died somewhere. Come on, man. Let's take drugs. We don't do drugs here. We are here to learn. Ne? Clean. So, we've already identified what's important. We're only answering A. We'll come to B now. Don't overload your head with unnecessary stuff. So, based on A, ne? Identify and name the element of financial statements represented by the 10 lawnmowers. So you already know that we offer grass cutting services and they're telling us about 10 lawnmowers. So what element do you think the 10 lawnmowers are between our assets, liabilities, income, expense, and equity? It's an asset, right? How DJ Zinhle, Mamelu Zinhle is saying is an asset. And I agree with you. Lekgogonolo also said that it's an asset. Lekgogonolo said it so many times that she even said it twice. She's convinced. You must be careful of people like Lekgogonolo. In the test, they are the ones that are wrong. And they are sure so of their answer. They never want to be proven wrong. I'm joking. It's a joke. Ne? It's a joke, Lekgogonolo. I have love for you, my sister. So it's an asset, ne, guys? So what do we then do? We come to our page here. We're gonna insert the table, but you guys, of course, in the class, you're gonna what? You're gonna draw it. Ne? It's gonna be like this. So what are we gonna say? We're gonna say name of element and definition, right? And then we're gonna say application, like this, right? Right, like this. This is how we're gonna do it, right? Let's just have it like this. Ne? So we already said that it's an asset, right? So if it's an asset, we then have to go about defining it. So what is the definition of an asset, guys? It is a present economic resource, controlled by the entity, right? Entity as a result of past events, right? And then what is the definition of an economic resource? Someone tell me again. Hello, it's me.
Something that has the right to produce potential economic benefits, sir.
An economic resource is what?
It's something that has the right to produce potential economic benefit.
It is something that has the right to produce potential economic benefits, right? But in the test, I said, guys, there's something I did wrong here. Can someone tell me what it is that I did wrong? If you've watched our last lessons, there's something I did wrong here.
Maybe bullet point or something.
Good, girl. Not maybe. You are right. Good. So we're gonna say it's a present economic resource, ne? Controlled by the entity, right? As a result of past events, right? And then you can come here and then talk about an economic resource is something that has the right to produce potential economic benefits, right? And then we need to apply it, ne? So how do we go about applying this? Let us see. How do we apply it? The 10 lawn mowers. Let's get it. So we're gonna say that the above mentioned 10 lawn mowers, right, are an asset as they are a present economic resource, right? Because present economic resource because the entity will use them, right? Will use them to cut grass, right? In order to get, how do I say it? To get revenue, right? Which increases the entity's profits and equity, resulting in the entity having more money to spend on expansions and other activities that the business has. Ne? Sharp. That's bullet point what? 1. Right? Then you need to talk about the control part. The entity, right, controls the 10 lawn mowers as they will be able to direct use of the asset, right? Asset, prevent others from using the 10 lawn mowers, and what else? Control by the entity is direct use, prevent others, and and they decide what to do with the lawn mowers. So this part is important, guys. For you to control something, you need to be able to direct use of it. Yeah? You need to be able to prevent others of it, and you need to have it within your premises. You need to be able to control it, right? And then what would the past event be? The past event part is important. The past event is when the 10 lawn mowers are delivered, because this is when it's in our premises now, right? This is when it's in our premises. So the past event would be when? The past event here would be when the 10 lawn mowers were delivered, right? Were delivered on the 4th of January 2023. Is it 2023? Let's just confirm. Is it 2023? Yes, it's 2023. Right? There's someone who'd like to join. Right? And then we can come back and say, therefore, the above mentioned element is an asset. Right? Is everyone fine with what I just did here, guys? Is everyone fine with what I just did here? Is there someone perhaps with a question? Is there someone perhaps with a question? Right? Okay, there's another thing that I can use, right? There's another important point that I can add here. Ne? Right? For us to control a specific asset, ne? This is important. The entity will derive all economic benefits that may flow from the asset. Why am I saying this? For something to be yours, guys, you must be able to direct all economic benefits from it. You are not sharing it with anyone, hence why it is yours. Is everyone following, guys? A question like this can be easily 10 marks. Am I making myself clear? Just unmute yourself and say yes or no. Someone?
Yes.
So you guys are hearing me, ne?
Yes.
Sharp. Is there anyone with a question, guys? So again, I ask you guys. Okay, Ayanda here says that I don't understand the application part. So with application, basically, we are saying that with the definition, you need to apply the definition to the specific scenario that which we are given. Like, you need to state how is it a present economic resource. Here it's a present economic resource because the 10 lawn mowers are going to be used by the entity to produce potential economic benefits, because we're gonna cut the grass in order to get revenue, which increases the entity's profits and equity, resulting in the entity having more money to spend on expansions and other activities that the business may have. It's controlled by the entity. Why? Because they will be able to direct use, so you can dictate how you use this specific asset, you can prevent others from using it, and you can derive all economic benefits. So all the money or all this thing has to offer, they are all going to you, right? Hence why you control it. And then the past event would be the delivery of the lawn mowers on the 4th of January on the premises, not necessarily when you bought them. We recognize an asset when it is delivered, and it's ready to be used, right? And then you just therefore further state your point that the above mentioned is a what? Is an asset, right? Are you okay with that, Ayanda? Yes. So now I have another question which I asked not so long ago. Would you define your partner as an asset? Who said that? What? Oh my gosh. Hey, it's personal, this one. No one's laughing anymore, eh? Yeah? Give Valentine. Is you buying Valentine's gift for your partner an economic resource that's gonna generate income? Is it gonna increase your equity? Girls? Paying for haircuts? Think about it. It's not. Can you direct use? You can't direct use of a person, guys. You can't tell a person what to do. Can you? However far. Can you prevent? Hey, it's personal, this one. Let's just continue, né? It's yeah. Let's continue. So is everyone fine with the definition of an asset? Everyone is fine? Give me thumbs up. Okay, sharp. We can move on to what? The next question, which is number 2, the next transaction, right? One of the old lawnmowers, maybe I should use another color because there's too much green. One of the old lawnmowers got damaged, right, and needed to be repaired. Repairs were done on the 7th of Jan 2023 at the cost of 750. These costs will only be paid. These costs will only be paid on the 15th of February 2023 to Lungisa, who performed the repairs. Do you guys get it? Repair is to Lungisa. That's a play on words. Tough crowd, ne? Tough crowd. No one gets it, ne? Not only the Zulus laughing. Hey, mina ngintizwa. Hey, indaba remedion. Lusanda doesn't get it. Lusanda, I get it to repair is to Lungisa. It's to fix, my sister. How, Lusanda? Umzulu, wena. So fine. We needed to get repairs, but the repairs will only be paid on the 15th. What does this make it, Banyora? What does this make it? She was a jolly good fellow. Mulaudzi was a jolly good fellow.
It's a liability.
It's a liability. Oh, Apelele's a jolly good fellow. Guys, who knows more gospel songs? Guys, Expense. Oh, Nancy, she was a jolly good fellow.
Payables.
Payable. Oh, jolly good fellow.
Ah,
I ask for elements, they give us accounts. She was a jolly good fellow. Accrued expense. She was a jolly good fellow. Saint died twice now. I ask for an element, but they give me accounts. How many elements do we have, guys? Owner's equity. Oh, this one is not even dead. This one doesn't deserve to be buried. This one we throw in a ditch. Guys, we have 5 elements. Please name all of them. Asset receivables. Ha. Guys, equity. Lusanda. Apelele.
Can you repeat the question?
Your question is Lula. We have 5 elements. You have repairs. You'll have to pay them later. What element is affected? Let it simple. Once you start translating the question in your mother tongue, you know or no. Imagine dealing with a real death, much. A real death. I want to imagine they say, guys, answer this question. And then you're like, you know you're cooked. You know now it's playing mind games. You have to translate to mother tongue. Guys, we are dealing with a liability. Why? Because there's someone that mentioned it not so long. Those with receivables, next week is gonna be a long week, Manyora. Who said it? There's someone here who said something about accrued expense. Said, guys, we are dealing with a liability because we are dealing with an accrued expense. We record transactions when they happen, not necessarily when payment is made. So yes, repairs were done, but they were done on credit. So what's affected? It's a liability because we look at the part that's like it's not paid. Had it been paid cash, then it would be a normal expense. You understand? Are you guys following? So the point in question here, it's both an expense and a liability, yes. But which one, when applying, can you apply more of your information? Ne? Because look, it got damaged and needed to be repaired. Repairs were done on the 7th and a total cost of 750. These costs will only be paid on the 15th to Lungile who performed. So you can tell, Ore, as much as it's an expense that we yet to pay. So we owe Lungile. You understand? Or Lungisa, not Lungile. Ne? We owe Lungisa. Are you guys following? So when we're doing the accounting equation, a liability and expense are affected, but when applying the definition, look here, look for a liability here, because there's more marks to be gained when you're stating it's a liability. So let's go to the definition of a liability. Ne? So let's say liability. What is a liability? A present economic, a present obligation, right? To transfer, right, economic resources, right, as a result of past events. An obligation is a duty or a responsibility which technically cannot be avoided. Is everyone fine with this? We've done this before. If you still don't understand, go to YouTube, guys. Our content is there. YouTube. I refer to YouTube for some of you guys, but you guys honestly need Mr. Moloto here. The answers you are giving me, you need rehab here. You need rehab. Yeah, you need rehab. Those that don't know Mr. Moloto, when you're bored in jail, normally just go on TikTok and type, what is it, GPAD something. Just say Mr. Moloto, you'll see. The people there, rehab. The people that steal their mother's clothes to buy nyaope there. Sad, guys. Don't be like them. You ask them, yeah, man, you are stealing the TV. Now you can't watch TV. Why? Oh, I wanted to smoke. Don't be Mr. Rehab. Yeah? So please, switch on. When you give an answer, you must switch on. Switch on. Yeah? We don't want you to yeah? Apelele, yeah. This thing is being recorded, Apelele. Your boyfriend is shouting. Why? 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 Why, Apelele? Why? Usqeda amandla, please. So, let us continue, ne? Where were we? We are done with we still need to apply. Hey, we are not done. So, how would you go about applying this, guys? Why is it a present obligation? We have a present obligation as we are obliged, right, to pay Mr. Lungisa, right, 750 for the services he provided, right? He provided when repairing our asset. I don't know what he repaired, but I'm sure it's an asset. Ne? Let's just be specific. What did he repair? He repaired the lawn mowers, right? So when he repaired the lawn mowers, the 750 is the economic resource being talked about, and it has to be transferred as a result of a past event, and the event is the repairs being done, right? Being done on what? It's the repairs being done on the 7th of 2023, right? The 7th of Jan 2023, and need to be paid on the 15th. Can you guys see how in great detail I'm going when talking about this? Just unmute your mic and say yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, bro.
And then you can go on and say what? This is an obligation as there is a deadline to pay on the 15th of January 2023 as per their agreement. Therefore, we are dealing with a liability. Is everyone okay with the definitions that I've given so far, guys? Ivoice yami se. Ivoice yakho? Oh, askisa phele. Mara uzotrenda boy, uzotrenda ne? Uzotrenda boy. Oh my gosh, I became famous. I'm an it girl now thanks to Dripanomics. Like, per. Uzogiga lapho uzotora. So everyone's fine with the definitions, ne? Esther, are you still with us? We need to resurrect you from the dead. Let's see those that gave answers. There's a question. Hi, Khomotso. Oh, Khomotso. Nina siyafunda. Niyajola. That's one thing I hate about late classes. Snake Parks, Fubeni. Hey, nizolimala Nina. You just arrived there good. Snake Park. Snake Park. Really? Really, Ramaphosa? Is that the life you want to live? Nyagala boy. So, can I continue, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are okay. Mara, we stuck with 50 people, guys. Tell people to join. Let's operate. Operation Dubul. Kaka, include. So we can continue. Let me just check on people that haven't commented. I'm worried now. I know when I check people, they leave. Hi, Kele. How are you? There's Lesedi, Lekokonolo, Mandiswa, Mosa, Nancy, UK, Morwera. Is that how it's pronounced? This one is Venda. Enda Barimin. How are you? Nkovukazi, are you okay? Mabasa, are you okay? Mlaudzi, Pio, don't bother. I'm not asking you if you're okay or not. Simenya, are you okay? I'm joking, Pio. Don't take it to chest, my boy. Prince, are you okay? Where are the thumbs ups now? Sandile or Sandy, Sinazo, Sialo, Spiwe, Takalani, Zinke. Okay, fine. People are fine, so we can move. Number 3. Let's take another pen. Is there someone who would like to read? Let's hear the radio presenters. Anyone would like to read here? Radio. There's a hand. Good shot. Who is it? Let's just check. Who was the person that raised their hand? You can read. You can unmute your mic. Hello.
Salaries amounting to 35,000 rands were paid to the employees of Gardens via an electronic funds transfer on the 31st of January 2023.
Thank you so much. So they're saying that salaries of 3,500 were paid using EFT. What's EFT, guys? Because me, I'm old. I don't understand this thing. Me, I only know going straight to the bank and depositing money. What is EFT for those that perhaps don't know?
Electronic funds transfer.
Yes, but what is that? Evan, it's like what's HIV and then human immune virus. Evan, what's what else is there that I can use? What's TB? It's tuberculosis. Evan, which one is this one now? Nancy, hi.
I think an EFT is a system that is used to interlink the banks to their customers and third parties in order to make payments more convenient.
The English that came out there, English paper 3, home additional. People are clapping as if she's right. Why are you clapping? Why are you clapping? Why are you laughing? Those are laughing as if they know the answer. Why are you laughing now? Why are you laughing? Oh, why? But yes, Nancy, and also the person that said Ramu Londine, I hope I pronounced it correctly. You guys are both correct, right? Basically, EFT, guys, is an electronic transfer or payment made. So there's no need for you to go deposit it straight, cash concant. You can use any device that you have applicable, be it your laptop, your phone, or whatnot, right? You don't literally have to go to the ATM. Like, mntanam, mele ngihambe edrobheni send imali. Awu amagogo, ewayikhonala. Gibela amateksi ayi-50 for the EFT. Awu 50. You can't let your grandmothers do that, ne? So that's what EFT is. So EFT, what does it suggest? It suggests that payments are made now. So if we are paying salaries and payments are being made now, what elements are affected? Oh, let's prepare to bury people, guys. Please wear your mask, wear your mask. Wear your masks, wear your mask. It's COVID time. Kuzo show balad. Okay? Okay? People okay. I asked for elements. People give me owner's equity. Ayanda. Kahle ayanda wena ufuna ukushona vele like ufuna ukushona. Owner's equity element ayanda. There were assets, expense. So we are paying someone cash concant. So our assets are being affected. Why? Because our bank is decreasing, and then our expenses, right? Our expenses are increasing, right? Because our salaries and wages are going up. Ne? So what account is being, so what are we gonna apply here? What account are we gonna apply here? Please behave, guys.
Rent expense.
Yeah, guys, no, like, let's be serious, guys, no, like, on a serious note. Hey, guys, and it's those people that laugh like this, guys, they're testing the right direct expense. I see them next year. I think Umpo has been doing Umpo. But when I know you, most when is the third time you're doing this module?
Sir, can you please rephrase the question?
Listen, Nancy, what account is affected?
Oh, actually, salary is not rent. Sorry,
When
sir.
you've been here before, I know you from
Bank and salaries.
No, sir, salary is expense.
Salaries expense, sharp.
Yeah.
Nancy,
And bank.
sharp. Mara, if we are to apply the definition, which account is affected for the definition and application part? Which element? There's only one. I mean, which account? Okay, there's Zinke here, expense and salaries. Ayanda, salaries, expense. Good. So people are getting it, right? So we're gonna come here, and the thing that's affected, the element that's affected is what? It's gonna be expense, right? And then we define it. What is the expense, guys? Definition of expense?
Expense is a decrease in assets or increase in
A
liabilities.
decrease in assets or an increase in liabilities, right? That result in a decrease in equity, right? Other than those relating to the what? To the contributions, ne? To the contributions of equity, what? Or of holders of equity claims, ne? Am I correct?
Equity claim holder.
Distribution.
Yeah?
It's not contributions, it's distributions. That's for income, say contributions for income.
Danke. Other than those relating to the distributions of equity claims, like this, ne? Comrades? Yes, no, yenda, what I mean? I can't see you guys. Unmute your mics. Hey, is the Wi-Fi bad or what? Unmute your mics, Manyora. Hey, man. Unmute your mics.
Say it's
Yes.
other than those relating to distribution to holders of equity claims.
Distribution to holders like this.
Yes, to
Good.
holders of equity claims.
Like this. What are you guys saying?
Hmm?
Other than those relating
Relating to distributions.
to holders of equity claims.
A.
So like this is correct, right?
Mm.
Good. And then we apply it. How is this expense a decrease in asset? This is a decrease in assets as money is coming out of our bank account via EFT to pay for salaries, and this will result in a decrease in equity because we will have less money in our account and our bank is decreasing, right? Therefore, according to assets equals owner's equities plus liability, our assets will our equity will be less, ne? And then this is not relating to the distributions to holders of equity claims, as these are not dividend payouts but rather costs the business occurred or incurred. English, yeah, incurred, because for something to occur suggests that it happened. If it's incurring, it's something that's happening. Are you guys getting my English? Nancy Pelosi, Esther, you can unmute your mics and speak.
But say we were not required to answer that transaction 3, I think. We're supposed to be number 5 or something.
Let me see. They said number 1, 2, and 3. The rent paid. You see? Who said that? Was it Esther? Who said that, guys? Speak up. It's fine. It's you, ne, Esther.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're smart, Esther. You deserve a chocolate. In the test, someone here would have failed. Clean. 10 minutes remaining. They're answering wrong questions. Well done, Esther. Well done. You're a queen. You're a queen. You're a queen. You're a queen. You saved someone's life. Guys, it's not important for you to answer everything in this game. You answer what's required. Ne? I wish I could show you a page of what they do to people that answer everything. Let me show you. Wait, I think I can. Thank you so much, actually, Esther. There's no need for us to do that, but for practice purposes, it doesn't harm anyone. Ne? Let me see. I want the whiteboard. Let me see. Now everything is alright. This is what happens when you answer questions, guys, that don't need answering. It's gonna chow time. Never mind. But yeah, I'll show you next time. Manyora. I'll show you next time. But basically, they just draw a white line, a red line straight. Even if you're correct, even if you're cooking, to them it's irrelevant. You're cooking wrong stuff. Ne? So thank you so much, Esther. But do you guys understand how, if we were to be asked to apply the definition of a expense, how we'd go about applying it? Sharp. So, number 5 is what? Okay, there's something here happening. No. Ayanda, what issue do you have? Just unmute your mic, communicate with me so that I can assist you. Ayanda? Ayanda, you can't have a problem and not speak about it. There's an English proverb that says, a closed mouth cannot be fed. Yo, that's a bad one. Yo, she's a professor. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear that? But I see no one reacting. I'm sure it went over your head, innit? Marafid. Why don't we answer number 3? We don't answer number 3 because it's not required of us to do so. There's no need for us to answer number 3. Because they tell us here, only answer, name and identify the following assets represented by the 10 lawnmowers, the repair cost, and the rent paid. So I'm sure when they talk about the rent paid, they were talking about number 5 here, because that's the one that talks about the rent. They didn't want us to do the salaries thing or the flower stock. Are you getting it, Ayanda? Ayanda? We'll wait for you, Ayanda. Don't worry. Okay, yes, sir. So yeah, guys, if you have a problem, type in the chat box or unmute. Yeah? Sharp. So thank you so much for that, Esther. Well done. So we can just go straight to number 5. Or do you guys prefer that we do number 4 as well? But number 4, if we ordered stock, they were delivered, they'll be paid. Number 4 is a liability, so there's no need for us to do it, because we already done liabilities. Do you guys agree? Hey man, how do I go back to my screen now? Yeah. Do you guys agree that there's no need for us to do number 4? Say, you're not audible enough. Guys, am I not audible enough? Must I scream, Yana? Must I bambisa? Nancy, can you hear me now? I say good morning to the world. I say, Nancy, can you hear me? It seems as if you are the problem, Nancy. You are the problem. You've always been the problem, eh? Always, Nancy. Sharp, we can continue, guys. Nancy, if you can't hear me, just leave the call and then join again, ne? I should be more audible there. Who is the thing I'm looking for? Sharp, so we're here now. So let's deal with the rent then. Let's look for another color. Blue. Gardens rents an office space from which the business from which it runs its business. So we're renting. The rent is 13,000 per month. At the end of January 2023, Gardens paid 26,000 for rent, which is part of the rent for January and February 2023 to Rentina Ltd. So when does our year end? Our year ends January 2023, but we paid rent for January and February. So what elements are affected here? Okay, people are saying asset. Which elements are being affected here? Guys, besides Ayanda and Lusanda and Apelele, a slope, a liability. We paid rent in advance, Mara, it's a liability. Yo. Se mutwere senaka. Se kana go senaka ke accounting. Se mutwere senaka. Mutwere. Asset and income.
I'll say, what about to January?
What about to January? That I fair boy. You are cooking. I know now. You are cooking. For advanced accountants, ne? For advanced accountants, I'm saying those that are advanced, ne? Let's kind of store for. DJ Mapolisa always said it, guys. Return to step by step. Marasa Mokare, they have the vision. So what's happening here is that 3 accounts are affected, pila. But I'm confusing those. Those that are advanced, stay with me. Ne? 3 accounts are affected. It's what? It's gonna be asset, income, and expense. Yeah? These are the 3, not accounts, man. These are the 3. What are the 3 elements affected? Yeah, we have 2 elements affected. I mean, we have 3. We have asset, we have income, and expense. Mara, these fall under owner's equity, but those are the elements. So 3 elements are affected. Ne? 3 elements are affected. Ne? Why? Because our bank is decreasing. Why? Because we paid rent for January and February. So money came out of our bank account. We have an expense. Why? It's an expense because for January we actually paid rent expense. And then we have income. Ne? Why? Because we have what we call a prepaid expense. We are yet to use that expense or that service. Therefore, we have the right to claim back the money from the person whom we paid rent to. Am I making myself clear? This one, guys, is a mind dude. Those that know foreign languages know what I'm saying. It's a mind dude. So must I repeat myself or is everyone fine? Remember, guys, if you don't listen to me, I have played these games before. Ne? I'm not drunk, me. I'm sober, me. As I'm saying this, I'm sober. Say, what are the 5 elements? Asset. Here I'm going slow for a reason. Liability. Is prepaid expense not an asset? Can't mean anything, Sandy. Sandy. Sandy, what did I say? Sandy, what did I say? Wait, let me just write the thing here. Asset, liability. What else am I missing? Wait, Sandy, I'll come back to you actually. Maybe I didn't read your question correctly. Asset, liability, income, expense, equity. These are our elements. Sandy. Sandy. Well done, Sandy. Well done. You're cooking. You're cooking, Manora. Prepaid expense, guys, is not income. It's an asset. And it meets the definition of an asset. If I said it's an income, I was mistaken. Now it seems as if I'm the one that's drunk. Sandy, I'm sorry, ne? Forgive me for my sins, as I have greatly sinned. Ne? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sandy. So, only 3 elements are affected there. So it's gonna be our assets, Vele. And what? And our expense. And then with our assets, it's gonna be our bank and our prepaid expense. Yes, and then our expense will be the rent expense. We'll just do the accounting equation thing. It'll balance out. But yeah, can you guys give Sandy a round of applause here? Yeah, no, she made me look high. So that doesn't happen very often, Sandy. So well done, ne? Well done. Ungati mina ngibhemi idakamizwa and mina ngibhemi, guys, ngisoba. Ne? So thank you so much for that, Sandy. Ne? I'll explain when you do the accounting equation. But now we need to define our element here. So if the rent is gonna be what? If the rent was paid for in February and it's prepaid expense, we know is the account. What element is the prepaid expense part now? What element is the prepaid expense part? Guys? Ankere, they are yet to pay us. They haven't paid us, really. Ne? Okay, people are saying it's an asset. Yes. So, we're going to say what? We're going to come here and say prepaid expense. Right? And then we're going to come here and define the asset. The definition of an asset is what, guys? It's this, ne? The definition of a prepaid expense is what? It's this. Let's just have it like this. Yeah, it's gonna be like this, right? Why is a prepaid expense an asset? Let me basically explain it before I write it down. A prepaid expense is an asset because you basically paid for a service, quote unquote, which is rent for a month that which you haven't yet used that service. Therefore, you still have the right to claim that money back. So that money is yours, and money is an asset value. So what are we gonna say? We are gonna say that rent is an economic prepaid expense is an economic resource, right? Resource controlled by the entity, as they have the right to claim back the money for February, as they haven't yet used the premises for that specific money. This became an asset when this became an asset on the 20 on the end of January, when rent was paid for 2 months on the end of January 2023, right? And then you can just have it like this. And then how we're gonna better explain it, we're gonna say that the prepaid expense, right, is an economic resource, as the money that will be paid back for February rent can, or rather has, the right to produce potential economic benefits, as they can use that money that they will receive to perhaps buy more lawnmowers, expand their business, buy vehicles, and do things that can increase the company's equity. Can you guys see how in great depth I went here when covering this specific transaction? And of course, you have to also use that definition value where we talk about where you can control that money, direct others from using it and whatnot, right? This part you must never forget it, guys. This part is very important, right? This part is very, 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 very important, né? Because the money that you are gonna claim, value, right? You'll be able to direct use of it, né? And then you'll also decide what to do with that money you claim, and you can derive all economic benefits that may flow from the money that which you have claimed for the month of February, because it was prepaid. Do you guys understand? So say now that we have 5 elements, does this mean prepaid expense is the 6th part? No. Prepaid expense is an asset. Remember, guys, I am saying this again for the 100th time. We have what we call elements, and underneath elements we have what we call umbrellas. So let's say these 5 elements are umbrellas, né? And then under these umbrellas we have subcategories and accounts. So we have 5 elements: income, expense, asset, liability, and equity. Can we sing it together? Can everyone unmute their mics? Because this is very important for people that didn't do accounting in high school. When I say asset, you say liability. Asset,
Liability.
asset,
Liability.
asset,
Liability.
asset.
Liability.
Yeah.
Liability.
When I say income, you say expense. Income,
Expense.
income.
Expense.
When I say equity, you say equity. Equity.
Equity.
Equity.
Equity.
Equity. So Piwo, sawubona bhuti. Hey. Unjani Piwo? Piwo athi
Hi,
nyamandla.
hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good in you.
I'm good, thanks. Is there something you'd like to contribute?
It's I'm struggling here. Actually, I want to ask something.
Sure.
I want to know if this transaction was supposed to be presented in the accounting equation. How would we
Yes.
go about presenting it there?
We are going to do it now. You are cooking. The question also says we must do accounting equation. You'll see how we're gonna do it just now. Alright? Dango. So, again, choir, when I say assets, you say liability. Assets,
Liability.
assets.
Liability.
Good job. Yasizwa lesigubhu sina assets ne-liability. Sing. Hebana. Abantu bayahleka.
No, I said no liabilities.
Uyasizwa lesigubhu sina assets nama-liability. Sing, repeat. Mari, you guys sing.
Uyasizwa lesigubhu sinama-assets nama-liability.
Liability.
Hey, good. And then we have income and expense. Expense, you guys are fine with that. Now you guys get my point, ne? So, Mr. Saint, do you understand how we have 5 elements? Those are the 5 elements. And then under those 5 elements, we have accounts, ne? So, for example, under assets, we have vehicles, we have bank, we have property, plant, and equipment, which is like land and buildings, your 10 lawn mowers and whatnot. Those still fall under our element, which is assets, but they are separate accounts. So, under assets, prepaid expense is just like an account under asset. Do you understand me, Mr. Saint? Good shot, Mr. Saint. Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Sylvia Saint. Are you perhaps like international, like French? Bonjour, Saint Laurent? Italian maybe? Or are you English straight from England? Which one is this one? Or you just South African? Nope, South African. Ish. So English is the language we speak. Yo. And Mrs. Hi, Miss Saint. I haven't heard you guys. Can please? I've only heard people of color here Saint speak. You're different. You're very special. Do you mind just saying hi, everyone? Oh, she's shy. Don't be shy. We don't bite. Miss Saint? Mrs. Whoa, if it's Mrs., it suggests you're married. What do you mean, ma'am, by that? Whoa. Ewana. Are you married, ma'am? Ewana, wait. Sorry, miss. Phew. Oh, I almost died. Okay, so it means, guys, I can't speak Zulu anymore. I need to accommodate everyone. So English is the main language we're going to use as means of communication, right? So now my accent needs to come out. So I need to portray to Miss Saint that we can actually interact in Singisi, which is like English. All right. So apologies for any miscommunications, Miss Saint, that we had past, or prior. We'll have subtitles for you to make sure that we can translate the jokes and stuff, yeah? But even in English, I'm very funny. Don't worry. Right? Yes. So, is everyone okay now? Is everyone fine? You see, guys, as we cater to everyone, black, white, English, pink, red, we are there. We are there. A manga awaits you. Right, guys? Let's get it. So, is everyone fine? Give me a thumbs up before we continue. Good. Those that didn't do accounting in high school, make sure you watch the recorded lessons, ne? Make sure you watch the recorded lessons. Right? Good shot. So now we are doing the big boy. You want to bamba? Ne? Don't worry, it's not this one, guys. Relax. It's not this one. This one will come later. Now you want to bamba, you want to do the big boys. Now we're doing accounting equation, right? Accounting equation. You know accounting equation, right? Right, guys? You know accounting equation. Yes? Accounting equation, you know, right? Hey, we did this on YouTube 2 days ago, right? That's right. So, what is the number one rule about accounting equation? That if you don't listen, you are not meant for this field. We've discussed this before. We've said that if you don't do this one rule, if it doesn't apply to all your transactions, you're not cut out to be an accountant. What is that rule, guys? What is that rule? It must balance. Yes. It must balance. Right? It must balance. Okay, guys, we know that as students, your bank account might not balance. Ne? Mara, if there's anything that must balance, guys, is the accounting equation. Because students, at this time, balance. You can't tell them to balance anything. Especially once that NSFAS money kicks in. Yo! Month end. Yo! People say you can't live with 1.5, guys. You will see people live lives with 1.5. It's not one life, that it's multiple. You will see laptop allowance, textbook allowance coming in. People will feel like billionaires here. You'll just see 8,000 in your account. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Don't be that student when I blew it all, guys. Don't do it. So let us now do the accounting equation. So we are coming to the accounting equation part, yeah? So I'm just gonna insert my table, because it's gonna be assets, right? Equals what? Owner's equities plus liabilities, right? Like this, right? What font was I using here before? Let me just check. For the sake of consistency, Century Gothic, okay? Okay, so fine. Now let us do the accounting equation. For which transactions must we do it for? We must do it for all of them, ne? Because we love school that much. So you can see, number one. Those that don't know maths, here you'll struggle. Oh, you'll struggle. Please, this is where you clock, Bafetu. Those that did maths lead, even maths lead here will suffice. It will be enough here. Just be calculative. Ne? They tell us, let's read. Someone please read for us. Who here would like to read for us? Please, anyone. Anyone, guys, anyone. Oh, Bandla. Miss Saint, would you like to read for us, perhaps? Anyone. Maybe if they hear a different voice that's not theirs, maybe they'll be like, you know what? Nah, now I'm at university now. Anything, something. Esther, you've been talkative. Sinazo. Mpho. Zamoguhle. Belinda. Anyone. Please. When I start calling names, I see that people leave. Just make sure you don't come back next year. Just make sure. I'll be there. Watching, guys. Hey, now, all of a sudden, no one's volunteering to read. Esther. Hi, Esther. Let's get it. Number one.
On the 3rd January 2023, Gardens bought 10 lawn mowers from What's that say?
From Gilder's warehouse.
Dealer's warehouse at a total cost of 20,000 in cash. The lawnmowers were delivered on the 4th January 2023.
So they tell us that on the 3rd of January, Gardens bought 10 lawnmowers from Gilder's warehouse at a total cost of 20,000. So they tell us that they bought 10 of them for a total cost of 20,000. So are we then gonna say the total cost is 20,000, or are we gonna say 10 lawnmowers times 20,000? Must I repeat? Must I repeat?
Yes, sir.
They say that we bought 10 lawn mowers for a total cost of 20,000. So are we gonna say 10,000 times 20, or is the total cost the 20,000? People are saying yes. Yes to which one?
The total cost is 20,000.
The total cost is 20,000. So what are we gonna do? Did we pay cash concant? Shanda pa or was it credit? It was cash. So we're gonna come here and then we're gonna say plus 20,000, ne? Bank. Man. 20,000. Oh,
Sir, is it a minus? Why plus, sir?
it's a plus because our assets are increasing. And here we bought 10 land more, and then we're gonna say minus 20,000 bank. Hey, you are awake, ne? Hey, you are awake, eh? Alright, nivugile manje. When it comes to the easy stuff, you are there. Let's see with the last transaction. You must keep the same energy. Ne? Say, isn't it bank? Isn't it bank? Keep the same momentum with the last question. We'll see. I'll be there. I'll be there. Hey, with the easy ones, you are there on top of it. Eh? Fine, we are done with transaction number 1. Is everyone okay? Do you guys understand how this is equals to one another? Is everyone fine? Okay, let us go to the next one. One of the 10 lawnmowers got damaged and needed to be repaired. Repairs were done on total cost of 750. It will only be paid on the 15th. So if it's repairs, we know that we're gonna say minus 750, right? And then we're gonna say repairs expense, and then we're gonna say plus 750, right? And then who must we pay? Payable Lungisa, ne? A payable Lungisa, right? Payable Lungisa, right? And then this is gonna be 0. So as you can see, 0 equals minus 750 plus 750, which is 0. So can you see that our accounting equation then balances? Because our expenses decrease our equity, remember, right? So everyone following there? Is everyone fine? Okay, good. So now we can continue. Where are we? Number 3. Salaries amounting to 35,000 were paid via EFT. So if it's EFT, what are we gonna do, guys? We are gonna say minus 35,000, right? Bank, because money is coming out of our bank account. And then our owner's equity is gonna be what? It's gonna be minus 35,000, right? And this is what? Salaries and wages, né? And then here it's gonna be 0. So you can see that it's assets of minus 35,000 equals equity of minus 35,000 plus 0. So this is balancing out as well. Can you guys see? Is everyone happy with what I'm doing so far? Okay. We can move on. Am I moving too fast, guys? I feel as if I'm moving too fast. Is there someone that I lost? Is there someone that I lost, guys? Esther? Are you lost? Am I moving too fast? Yes or no? Or you guys are okay? What do you mean, thumbs up?
We're okay, sir.
Oh, you're okay. Hey, ni smart, ne? You guys are smart. Oh my gosh. Very well articulate as well. Wow. I'm so happy for you guys. Like Mpo? Wow. Lusander? Like Lusander, you for real good. Like you really good. So we can move on. Ne?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is where you guys must keep the same energy. The last transaction is coming. You'll hear how quiet it is. You'll just see nje. Mara, isn't it supposed to be minus bank 35? You'll see. Last transaction, come with that same anger, that same energy, that same force. You will see. Next one. Gardens ordered stock from Met Florist amounting to 8,000. The flowers were delivered at the premises on the 13th. Meteorist will be paid on the 28th of Feb. So we ordered stock, so we're gonna say what? Our assets are gonna increase, right? It's gonna be what? Plus 8,000. Why? Stock is what? Inventory. It's our asset. And then we're gonna say plus 8,000 payable, right? It's a payable. Who's the payable? Met Florist, right? Because we haven't yet paid them. It's a liability. We owe them, right? Payable Met Florist. So can you see 8,000 equals 0 plus 8,000 is balancing? Is everyone fine? Is everyone fine? Okay. Now keep the same energy, everyone, for the last transaction. Okay, before we even get to the main event, WWE, Royal Rumble, John Cena, we have a question there. Is there a hand? I think Rastebel or something along those lines. Let me just see. Tebelelo, Maloma,
Sir,
okay, how are you?
I'm fine and you, sir.
I'm fine. Wait.
Sir, like,
Good day.
I'm lost in
How
number
are you?
three. Like,
Yeah, you're saying what,
number
sir?
3, you said like 30 minus 35,000 on asset column, and then
Number 3, let's see.
Sizogule, on asset equity column, you said minus 35,000 as well.
Yeah.
And then you said like it must balance, and then like I'm going like minus 35,000 and 0.
My
I
brother,
understand now.
brother, look at this, right, look, like it's gonna be like this, bro. Like, look, nyenza kanjani lento. I wanna, okay, but lalela, bro. It's gonna be like this, right? Wait, man. It's gonna be minus 35,000 like this, right? Equals minus 35,000 like this, right? Plus 0. Is the left not equal to the right, my brother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at it carefully from from a mathematical perspective. Is this not equal?
Yeah, equal.
Yeah, so you understand how this balancing now.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Sir, yabo lapha ku-number 2, 10 minus 750 plus 750, and then like ibhalansa kanjani le nto le minus 750 no-750 bayalingana mhlawumbe, or yimi unga-understandi kahle.
Pega. I need to add 750 plus 750 0 here. So it's gonna be what? So it's gonna be 0 equals 750 minus 750. How much do we get here, my brother?
I say angi-understand mina le nto yakuthi yenza kanjani.
Let me do it like this. Minus 750 plus 750. And here we have nothing for our assets column. So it's 0. Right? And our owner's equity is an expense. And remember, expenses decrease our equity, right? Hence why it's minus 750. Mara, our liabilities are increasing. So it's going to be plus 750. So when you say 0 equals minus 750 plus 750, you're going to get 0 equals 0. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
Because they're counting you. Don't say just okay, sir, and then you're lost. You're going to sleep without understanding. I need to make sure you're with me. Like this. And get it, this is the accounting equation. It must always balance. So our assets must always be equal to owner's equities plus liabilities. Our assets, we know, is 0. Our owner's equities, we know that its expenses are decreasing. 750.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I told you guys 2 days ago. When a black person says, they get it. They get it, Bafetu. You see when a black person says, Or they get it. Pio, you have a hand. Talk to me, Pio.
So I think if you can add like the column like plus and then LA equals, maybe
Boy,
that's what's creating confusion.
it's gonna confuse the masses, that one, I think. Fanele di plus minus. Hele nyaga
Eh,
accounting in high school.
no, tlo etsa ba tlhalohanya.
Bafana yo confuse the masses. Tshepana mfana ka kopela boy.
Mara dama na
Wa
tlhalohanye.
tlhalohanya a re ngo, kanta wa utlwa ngo.
Dama no nyaka ho robala, that's why a re ngo. Like a tlhalohanye
Ekuse
dingwe.
ngiyayibamba nje lento le ngimzulu umntwana ukuthi uthini.
Khuluma isiZulu, lo muntu athi kahle kahle ufuna ngishintshe i-approach ngale ndlela ngiye-explain umsebenzi because awu-understand umsebenzi wena uyavuma because ufuna ukulala. Mtshele uthi le nto uyayithola man.
Se motho ke mokwele like o kwele o roreking a ke re o rile o tshwantse balance right.
We need to
Yeah.
wait, Miss Saint. The conversation.
Sir.
Wait. Let's
Sir.
accommodate Miss Saint. Wait, we'll come to you, Miss Saint. So the conversation taking place here is Mr. P here wanted us to explain the work in another manner or using another example or how to do the work because he is thinking that Mr. Malomani here doesn't understand the work and is only agreeing because he wants to go sleep. But Mr. Malani is rebuttaling his statement by saying, actually, for your information, I actually know the work and I'm okay. So, yeah, Miss Saint, I hope you understood what I said there. Just give me a thumbs up if you're still with us, Miss Saint. Miss Saint, you still with us? You guys chased away Miss Saint. You see now? Oh, she's still here. She's still here. Good shot. Thank you, ma'am. So, yes, Mr. Malamani, what were you saying, good sir? Then there's someone who wants to join.
Se ngithi mina ngiyaku-understand into eshilo ngoba uthe assets is equals to owners equity plus liabilities and then iyabhalansa lento leyo cause yabo ungichazele ukuthi like ungibonisile mani ngiyayithola.
Yes. So
Yeah.
what's basically being said here, I feel as if I'm on the news. You know those people that speak for what do you call those people? They're the corner there. The people that do sign language. Yeah, I feel like, but I'm a translator. So what's basically happening here, I'm saying this guy is further emphasizing the point, stating that he actually knows what he is doing and he understands the work because he's saying that accounting equation must always balance assets equals owners equities plus liabilities. Do you understand, Miss Saint? Now I have a question for you, Miss Saint. Are you sure you understand what's going on? Because you haven't yet said anything besides giving me a thumbs up. Are you with us, ma'am? Are you sure? Is everything alright? Miss Saint? You with us still? Good. Miss Saint keeps it straight to the point. Ne? No jokes, no laughing. Yeah, good. So if Miss Saint is fine, we can continue. So Pio, I think this way of explaining content is better. Once we add the plus minuses, the people are going to get confused in the test because under exam pressure and time constraints, people are going to lose their heads. You understand? So I feel as if owners equities, if you can just understand basic math of assets equals owners equities plus liabilities, you should never really struggle with this type of content. Generally, that's what I believe. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Pio? Mr. Pio Tunba? Yeah, that's how it's said, Mr. Pio Tunba. Sir, you still with us, sir, or you sleeping? Which one is it? Oh, Ulele. And I know Pio is the type to sleep during a live call in G. Or he went to the bathroom. Won't even flush his hands. Hey, Mara Pio and I. Hey, tuna. So, last transaction, right? Last transaction. Keep the same energy, right? You see when people say, keep the same energy, stay real to who you are. That anger you had towards me, take out that frustration on this transaction here. Ne? So they say, isn't it supposed to be bad? Isn't it supposed to be bad? Let's see now what you do. Ne? Keep the same energy. This one, it shows if you are here for a real reason or you are here to play games with us. If you make this balance, you are a certified accountant. What? Yeah. If you get these transactions correct, it means that you are the Kendrick Lamar of the Drake situation. Trying to strike a chord, but you're a minor. You guys probably don't know that line. Yeah. Okay, people are laughing. At least you get the joke. But it's still Drake forever, though, ne? Don't forget, guys. Drake is still the realest. Kendrick, yeah, I don't know him, but yeah. So let's get to the last transaction. We're almost done. Almost done. Last push. Last bargain. This is the last push. The emphasis here is to make sure you give it your all. Alright, guys. That's the emphasis. Give it your all. You're nearly there. Alright. Thank you. Let's get it. Gardens pays rent. You see, I'm even too excited now. Gardens rents the office space from which it runs its business. The rent is 13,000 per month, so tick. At the end of January 2023, tick. Gardens paid 26,000, tick, for rent, for which the rent is for January and February 2023. What do we then do, Bazalwane? Or what do we then do, comrades? What's Bazalwane in English? Let me think. It's not colleagues, no. Bazalwane, colleagues. Congregation. Yes, I think it's a congregation, most probably. Yeah, it's most probably a congregation. What do we then do? Accounting equation. What do we then do? I knew it would be quiet. Assets. Lupiwo, unmute your mic. What are you saying? What? I want you to say this with your chest. Lupiwo, my mistake. What? Lupiwo, unmute that mic of yours. Unmute that mic of yours, Lupiwo. Apologize humbly, Lupiwo, please. Lupiwo won't continue this lesson until you unmute your mic and say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You are sorry. You are forgiven. You see, guys, ask for forgiveness and you shall be given. Repent while you have time. I'm sure you guys have met them already. Have you guys met them? They're on campus?
Say, what if on assets we say minus 26,000, then on the liability part, so we say minus 13,000 plus 13,000, then go equity part city minus 13,000.
Yeah. Somewhere you are off because I didn't hear 26,000 at any point. So what we are going to do here, guys, is this following. Money that came out of our bank account is how much?
26,000.
26.
Mara. Half of it is what? Is an asset. Why? Because it's prepaid. So how much? 13,000. Right? And then our liability,
Yeah.
our expense rather is gonna be what? Minus
Minus
13,000.
13,000.
So can you see that 26,000 plus 13,000 gives us minus 13,000? It's gonna be like this, equals minus 13,000, right? Equals to this minus 13,000 plus 0. So therefore it balances out. I know I cooked someone here. Someone is lost too. Who's lost?
You cook me, sir.
I cooked you, Sinazo. Nikpegile, ne?
Yes, sir.
Nikpegile.
Unpekile ndiphiwe siras.
Nikpegile. So this is what's happening. Remember, money that came out of our bank account, ne, is how much? 26,000, because we paid for rent when? January and February. But 13,000 is what? Is the prepaid expense for the February thing. Again, it's an asset. Ne? And then this 13,000 here, that money came out. This is January's rent expense, like this. So as you can see here, 26,000, minus 26,000 plus 13,000 gives us minus 13,000 equals minus 13,000 rent expense plus 0. Are you following me?
Kancane nje.
You cooked us. We are delicious. Abafana. Abafana. Yes, I cook, but no one is delicious. Books are delicious. Yes, no, you tried, Lusanda. I wish I can touch your hand, like touch my blood. Let me give you. Why am I raising my hand now? You see, I'm excited. Wait, where's that emoji? Shayzandla, boy, Shayzandla. Yes, so wait, you still lost, Sinazo. Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Maths, let's go again. So let's do the actual accounting equation. And your accounting equation is going to be assets equals owner's equities plus liabilities, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So our assets is going to be minus 26,000, right? Because we paid for January and February rent. So money that comes out in our bank account is this much, right?
Yes.
But you agree, right?
Why we say minus 26,000?
It's minus 26,000 because this is the money that came out of our bank account. We paid for rent for January and February. Remember that money came out of our bank account, literally so.
Okay, sir.
And then we're
I
gonna
see.
say plus 13,000. This 13,000 is what? The prepaid expense for when? Prepaid expense for February because we paid and we accounted for it here, but we are removing that money because it's an asset. We shouldn't have paid 26,000 for our expense. We only should have paid 13,000. So this is becoming an asset because it was paid for February, but we haven't yet used rent for February. Hence why it's an expense. It's an asset, right? Because we're gonna get this money back. We have the right to claim this money back because we paid for rent in advance, but we haven't yet stayed in that building. So it's like when you go to res, ne? You pay first month's rent, ne? Or how can I say it? You pay a deposit. Aye, man, let me just say rent. You pay your first month rent, but you decide that you no longer want to move to that res. You can say you have the right to claim back that money because you haven't yet paid. Like you haven't yet used that rent money. You understand? Like you haven't
Yes, sir.
yes, like you understand what I'm saying? Or another example, you stay in res and because when you think you are very rich, you pay for your accommodation for February and March. Mara, during February, you can claim to have that money that you paid in March back because you already covered February. You understand? The March one, you are yet to live in March, so you have the right to claim it back. Hence why we see it as an asset and it's gonna increase our assets. Hence why it's plus 13,000, right?
I see, sir.
So when you say minus 26,000 plus 13,000, how much do you get?
Minus 13,000.
Minus 13,000, ne? And then what's our equity? Our equity is gonna be minus 13,000, ne? Why? Because it's gonna be the rent expense for what? The rent expense for January. Because for January you actually had rent expense. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You're lost. Where are you lost?
Like, okay, sir. Why singamfaki la 26,000 phaa kwi-equity?
Because remember, we paid for rent cash, Ankir. It's here. So if we paid for rent, it means that we used our bank account. So our asset must decrease. Do you understand? So
Yes,
our
sir.
bank account paid for rent for January and February. It's the 26,000. We can't say it's equity because if we say it's equity, it means that we have rent expense for 2 months, which is a lie. We only have rent expense for 1 month, which is January, and the second month of February, it's a prepaid expense. It's an asset.
Okay, I understand, sir. Thank you.
Yes, but you still didn't give me that vote of confidence. Yeah. Oh, so I'm not sure you understand.
I understand, sir. I see.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. So it's gonna be this minus 13,000 equals 13,000 plus 0. Meaning that our accounting equation is gonna what? Balance. Does everyone here understand what I just said? Okay, Tandokas. Yeah. Now even people that are quiet now are asking questions. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, sorry. I didn't do accounting in high school, nee.
Yes.
And my question is, so what we're basically saying is that rent is not an obligation, it's not a liability. Like you're not like obliged to pay for rent.
No, you're not obliged. Thing is, what you're asking for, that is usually rent. It's an expense. It's a rent expense. But if you enter into a contract, then my sister, for accounting 1A purposes, ne, consider rent expense as exactly that, an expense, ne? Not a liability.
All right,
Yeah, for
thanks.
accounting 1A purposes, you're a special person. Rent expense is an expense. It's not a liability, ne?
All right, thanks,
Whenever
me.
we're dealing with liabilities, you're gonna see it's gonna be things we bought on credit. It's gonna be if we buy a cash using, if we finance using the bank. If the bank borrows us money, that's usually what's gonna be our liabilities. But the rent expense usually an it's a expense. No? Okay. PO, you had a hand up. PO. Hey, is PO still with us? Oh, it's taking a number 2, that one.
Kiteng, Brazil.
Yes, you had a question, remember?
No,
answer
no,
your
no.
question.
I wanted to clarify something, but then I think like everything is fine now. I didn't have any question.
Okay, so you understand now the accounting equation part of the last transaction. No?
Yeah, naste lebra fan.
Sharp, sharp. So is everyone
Right.
alright? Is everyone fine? Good shot. So guys, we have come to the what? We have come to the end of our lesson. Right? So please, have you guys subscribed already to our YouTube channel? That is where we're going to upload the content. Right? Before you guys leave, homework. Oh, ayanda. Oh, so Kumbli High School. Yarr. Oh, ayanda banga. Homework. Rehab, eh? Thank you, chef. It's fine. Pleasure is all mine. Ayanda, I think I'll share maybe the homework in the group. Mara, we can't do homework based on this. We need to move. We need to move. We need to do financial statements and double entry now. We need to bamba with the big boys. You wanna bamba? We are preparing for semester test 1, my brother and my sisters. Right? You guys already saw your semester week is crazy business. You are writing back to back to back. Nancy, how are you not in the group but you received the links and stuff? If you're not in the group, text this number 066 217 6693 via WhatsApp. Ne? So yes. Thank you so much for joining this lesson. Before we leave, do you guys perhaps want to see our websites and testimonials and stuff? I'd actually like to show you guys that if you don't mind. Just to show you guys that we are who we say we are. Dango. Right? So allow me to go to my website, guys. Don't leave. Don't leave. There are 36 people here. I want to see all of them. Right? So this is like a website that we built like last year, where you guys can find out all the information you want about us, right? Unlock success, what. We've been sharing this website before. It's easy. There's even Q&A. There's even frequently asked questions, right? Those people that pretend like they're WhatsApp influencers. They're like, hey guys, Q&A. We actually have a Q&A. Like, we are who we are. Right? So yeah, frequently asked questions. What modules do you tutor? There's nothing you guys do that we don't tutor and stuff, but you guys are more than welcome to check this in your own time. I want to show you guys the real big bumps, big things now. Yeah, I actually said that by mistake. I'm not sure if you heard what I said, guys. Mistake, ne? Askis. I'll edit it out, askis, but no one heard me, ne? No one heard me. Good. So let's read in English because we are English speaking people. Your story is amazing. Thank you so much. I didn't think I'd get a distinction. Wow, you literally went from 35% in the first semester test to passing with a distinction. This is remarkable. Your rapid growth and understanding of this module is immaculate. Once again, I'm proud of you and thank you for trusting Dripanomics. So I'm not sure if you guys can see, but this is Android, ne? This is when we're still using Android level. We helped people with Android. Now we use iPhones. Imagine what we can do with iPhones. Ha la la. We are killing people. So it's true, guys. This girl joined after the first semester test. She didn't do accounting in high school. She got 35%. She was so scared. She was so scared. She was used to doing engineering, pure maths, like life science and stuff. Yo, she comes here, accounting equation, 35%. We came, we saw, and we conquered. And that is what we aim to do with you in March when you start becoming a paying member. I know some of you guys won't pay, Vele. No, it's fine. I can't force everyone to pay. But I come test one. We'll be there. We'll be there. So Nancy Sitole here is asking how much. So Nancy Sitole, listen and listen carefully, alright? We charge 250 Rand per month per module. Right? Faith, Faith, uyayimosha, man. Faith, uyayimosha. Guys, don't cry. This is literally quality, right? So it's 250 Rand for one module every month. For two modules, instead of it being 500 Rand, it's gonna be 450. So there's a 10% discount. Ungayimoshi, Faith. Ungayimoshi. Faith, ungayimoshi. For those that don't understand what I'm saying, don't ruin it. You're ruining it. You're ruining it, right? And then for 5 modules, there's a 30% discount. No, there's a 20%, there's a 25% discount. So instead of being 750, we are literally charging you guys 565 Rand. For 3 modules. This is those that want to do economics, accounting, and mathematical analysis, for example. Those that want to do 4 modules, this is the big boys. 4 modules, instead of it being 1,000 Rand, it's a 30% off and it's 700 a month for 4 modules. So 3 modules, it's 565. What does this consist of? These consist of 2 lessons a week, each being 2 hours, free consultations, a hybrid system of online and contact lessons where content will be recorded and shared to you guys only as paying members, mock tests, doing tutorials and assisting you guys with assignments and stuff like that. Whatever it is you need for that specific module, we will be there. Are you guys following me? Guys? Good. I must also state, there will be those that perhaps charge even more than us, right? Who are more expensive, because maybe they think they offer a better quality or service than us. But there will be those that offer even less than us, right? But you know, guys, with pricing, how things go, ne? Yeah, I don't want to go into great detail. You know, ne? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Yeah, you understand. Sharp. Ne? Good, good. Faith, don't cry, sweetheart. Don't cry. It is worth every penny. Ne? So that's just one testimonial. Let's go to the next one. This is when we started using iPhones now. 27 out of 45. Yeah, ne? This person was disappointed actually. But in the first test, if you're to ask her how much you got, she was sitting on 4 out of 45. So a jump to 27 out of 45 and still being disappointed actually says a lot. Imagine you take a person from 3 to 27 and then they say, yeah, ne? Hey, it's tough. It's tough. But that's how we learn the game. Here, this one. I don't lie. I wish I met you before writing test 1 so that it could also boost me for test 2 because it showed me flames. What? I don't end up qualifying 1%. Anyways, thank you for the help. I'll continue recommending Dripanomics. This person actually managed to qualify with a 40% by God's grace. In the exam, I think she got like a 75. But she couldn't pass the module with a distinction because Vele, she joined us after test 1 when the damage was already done. Mara, she qualified with a 40, guys. And we carried her over. What is the moral of the story? Don't come to us when you are dying. Don't do that. We can save you now while you still have energy and air with you. There's no need to save the semester when we can kill it. You understand? There's no need to save anything. You're not into Milengune here. Ne? You're not Itumilenkun the way you save things. You're a goalkeeper now. You're everywhere. Right? No need for that. What else is there? 75.5 for maths. This is extended. She probably did maths late. Framework is BCom extended. Accounting 88%. 87%, I think this was accounting 1A. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm seeing journal entries. I think it's accounting 1A. How are you feeling? You know this sticker. You know it's real when you do this one. I'm feeling, I'm happy, big bro, not gonna lie. Yeah, NGL means not gonna lie. But I was late for the paper, so I didn't fully finish it. Imagine the confidence of this student. Imagine being late for a paper and getting 87%. Like, do you guys clock how great these tutors are, Bafet? We are excellent. We are divine specimens of human beings. We are robotic. These are unprecedented. Ne? And yeah, if you guys want to see more, you're more than welcome. Maths 81. Frame 92. We are just dangerous. This is Frame 92. 87. Marauka is the same ones. Okay, you see here they got 58, but they got 86. It's personal, this thing, guys. It's personal. Frame here, they got 87. What is this? This is 95. There's a lot going on. I'm so happy I was able to move from 58 to 80%. This is accounting 1A. I was the tutor. This is analytical techniques. ATE, those that are doing it, 97%. We are dangerous, guys. 94%, 93, 92. We are just dangerous, guys. In a nutshell, we are just dangerous. So if you really want real tutoring, come to the real place, which is Dripanomics Tutorials. But for now, everything is free, Manyora. We are together in this. All right. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I hope that you guys have a lovely evening. If you guys have any questions, perhaps you're more than welcome to text on the WhatsApp group chat and I will assist you. And yeah, I think we should maybe have a lesson tomorrow just to Bambisa. And yeah, do a quick summary, quick recap, see what we can dollar. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining. If you have anything that you need to get off your chest, you're more than welcome to text us on WhatsApp and we will be there to assist you. You guys are now more than welcome to leave. If there's someone with a question, you're more than welcome to ask it before we end the session. It seems as if no one has a question and people are leaving, but I don't know why. I don't bite, guys. I'm still here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Private text, yeah, you can try it. If you get a response, lucky you. If you don't, just text on the group. You will definitely get a response. This lesson was brought to you by who, guys? Dripanomics Tutorials. Alright. Dango. Pezguayo.